If you've ever taken ovulation tests, staring at those lines, thinking, what the heck does this even mean? Or getting a false positive on your LH and being disappointed that 2 weeks later, your period didn't come back, it can be incredibly frustrating when trying to conceive. I used to think you could only track your fertile window with LH strips, but it turns out there's a much easier, more accurate way to do it. And I'm holding it right here. So I have used this for 30 days now, tracking multiple hormones at home, and I am going to give you my raw, honest review on it. By the way, if you are new here, my name is Haley. I talk about hormones and hormonal health all the freaking time. I am a CBT, nutrition coach, and women's health coach, specializing in period loss or hypothalamic amenorrhea. I have helped over 100 women now regain their cycles, and some of them also get pregnant if they are trying to conceive. Not all of my clients are trying to conceive. However, hormonal health and having your cycle is a fifth vital sign for women, which means it's incredibly important that you do know that your hormones are in a very healthy place. Contributes to your energy levels, to your cycle, sleep, mood, all of these things. And so if you are on one of those journeys, make sure you hit the subscribe button and follow along. But today, let's talk about hormone tracking. I've been using the Inito Insight wireless reader for about a month now, and my take and experience might surprise you. So make sure you watch the end, because I am going to go over how it works, what it tracks, who it's for, and what it's actually like in real life to use this. Because right now, most people are just guessing willy-nilly where they are at in their cycle, and it makes me so mad. So this is what comes in the box. It's actually a lot more compact than I expected. Looks like a really cool device. Minimal, sleek, something you wouldn't mind keeping on your countertop. Can easily travel while tracking, easy to carry around, very compact, premium feel, modern sleek design. The setup was really easy. Connect to the app and you're done. Also, it doesn't use your phone camera to read results. It's a standalone device that doesn't need to be attached to your phone while testing. It uses their patented spectral mapping technology, which means it gives you precise more on the research and sciencey bit later in the video. I am not gonna lie, if it takes more than 3 very easy steps, I'm not freaking doing it, especially in the morning. So that's where this really passed the test. Okay, it tracks 4 of your hormones, not just one: estrogen, LH, PDG, and FSH. So think of it like this. LH is the headline and the other hormones are the actual story. And if you're only reading the headline, you're not getting the full picture. And as you can see from my graph, estrogen started to rise closer to my ovulation, and then you saw a surge in LH right before I ovulated. Then you can see the PDG that climbed after I ovulated. And the FSH was tracking follicular growth. Just to give you a brief rundown on what is freaking happening with your cycle, you start your cycle on cycle day 1, which is the first day of your bleed. Your bleed lasts around 2 to 8 days, depending on the woman. Around cycle day 5, which is when I started testing, your pituitary gland starts releasing follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. This triggers the follicles and ovaries to start growing. Your fertile window is around 6 days, so the 4 days leading up to ovulation, and the day after. The rise in estrogen before ovulation has 2 main effects. 1, it tells your pituitary gland to stop releasing FSH. And 2, it tells your pituitary gland to start releasing LH, luteinizing hormone. LH is the hormone that triggers ovulation. And this is prime trying to conceive time. This is prime time, guys. Get in the game. It's game on. And then after ovulation, the ruptured follicle leaves behind something called the corpus luteum, which secretes progesterone. Progesterone plays a very important role for preparing and maintaining pregnancy. And so you can see this cascade kind of broken down in 3 main segments: pre-ovulation, ovulation, and post-ovulation in my charts. And it's just really cool to see. Really great way to become more body literate. However, if you're only testing for LH and using LH strips, you might miss your window, miss multiple surges, or it tells you nothing useful. But with the multiple hormones, you can see ovulation coming, confirm it actually happened, and understand your cycle patterns. And this is especially helpful for cycles that are not textbook. If you have PCOS, multiple LH surges are actually really common. Your body can gear up to ovulate, not quite get there, and then try again. But if you're only tracking LH, it looks like it peaked and you timed everything around it, but ovulation may have not actually happened. Seeing all the hormones together can actually tell the difference. And by tracking PDG, you can know with confidence that you actually are. It even shows your 6-day fertile window. And if your goal is to TTC, then this knowledge is going to make that process a heck of a lot easier. Let me show you how this all works. So when I wake up, I get one of the Inito fertility strips, dip it in my urine for 15 seconds, and then I put the cap on it and grab my reader. When you open the app, it shows you these 3 easy steps. Stick the strip in the device and I'm done. I can continue my morning routine, and in 10 minutes, it shows me my fertility status, hormone levels, detect pre-ovulation, ovulation, and post-ovulation. And the results appear right on the app. I'm a mega nerd with reproductive health, so I spend a lot of time in the app looking at the results, which you don't have to be a doctor to read, by the way. It's super easy to understand. You guys know how much I love data. And it's laid out very simply, which matters a lot to me. What I really love about this device is how it interprets your data. So insights are based on your own personal hormonal pattern, not population averages, and you can also share your charts with your doctor. It comes with spectral mapping technology that has 2 detection methods, which is basically like a double check on your hormonal readings. This technology gives you lab-grade hormonal reading at freaking home that you can trust and act on with more confidence. Multiple studies have been done to show how tracking these data points can confirm ovulation. And each data point is intentional. You're not tracking anything that doesn't have meaning, which I really love. Now, you guys may be thinking, Haley, what the heck was your experience? Did you like it? What did you not like about it? So let me get into that. Honestly, this device was a lot easier to use than I expected it to be. And you might be thinking, oh my gosh, Haley, like I cannot remember for the life of me to test in the morning. I thought that way too. However, it was really easy to implement into my morning routine that I had absolutely zero issues remembering to take my test. Maybe because I really enjoy hormonal patterns. However, if you are trying to conceive or care about your hormonal health in any capacity, you will also care about taking the test. The good news is all I had to do was remember to take the test. Everything else this thing did and plopped right on my phone, and I didn't have to really guesstimate. I didn't have to guess. I didn't have to be like, oh my gosh, am I ovulating? Am I not ovulating? Did I ovulate? Did I not ovulate? It was all very clear and concise. Another thing that I really like is you don't only track the hormones, you also can track BBT, you can track your symptoms, you can track medications, pregnancy tests. One thing I absolutely despise is having separate apps for all of these different aspects of health. This app is really great at integrating all aspects of what you may be testing and what you may want to keep track of on this journey. Not only that, seeing the actual data made me so much more confident in the decision. The only learning curve that you might run into is learning actual hormones. But it's actually quite simple, and once you get it, you learn it quite fast. I can't blame you. Nobody in health class ever taught us this, so this is what you need to learn on your own, which you can do very easily with this. Last thing that I will say that is very annoying, don't know if you deal with this from where you are, however, medical wait lists are absolutely incredible. And so this negates me having to go wait in line, put my name on a wait list to get a blood test or hormonal panel done. And I can actually understand it. It teaches me what hormones mean, where I am in my cycle, and what potentially could be going on. So it's a lot more user-friendly than like going to your doctor's office, waiting in line for a hormonal panel that has a 1-year wait list on it. Plus I'm a homebody, so this definitely takes the cake. Let me show you in real time how I use this thing. So, get up in the morning. First I gotta get my dog. And then I will take him to go pee. And then I will finally have the time to go pee. I take a sample of the first, I won't get into detail of this, you know what I mean. Hold the fertility stick in there for 15 seconds, take it out, put the cap on it, go on and turn my Inito wireless device on. And then I stick the fertility strip in the device. And then it does all the work for me. It reads the strip. It takes about 10 minutes. And then lo and behold, I have what my hormones are doing for that day. And over time, you can see the trend of estrogen increasing, LH surging, PDG increasing, all of the cascades of hormones that happen throughout the midst of your cycle are all in one easy place. If you are wondering where you can get your own nifty little device, you can go to Inito.com. It is available on their website for $99 as part of their product launch. Obviously, I will link everything below so you don't have to hunt for it. And if you want help understanding your charts, drop a comment. I am more than happy to help you guys. If you've ever found ovulation confusing or you want to understand your body a little bit more, whether on your trying to conceive journey or your period recovery journey, I highly recommend getting this device and getting your hands on it. I think it is the best place to start in terms of understanding your hormonal patterns. And most of all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found value in it, and I will see you in the next one.